Right behind me, Stone Stadium. It's under construction for the men and women's soccer 2025 fall season. Let's take an aerial view and see what's going on up top. Stone Stadium began construction about a week ago, and the stadium looks a bit different. After passing unanimously in the House March 25th, the bill will move from the House chambers just behind me and into the Gressett building to be discussed by the Senate's Medical Affairs Committee. Typically, when you park your car here in Columbia, you use one of these and you put it in one of these to avoid a ticket and pay for your parking. But this week, you don't need to, and let me tell you why. Students all across campus have been nominating their friends through their social media. I got nominated by my friend Megan Douches. This one's for you, Megan. The House adjourned today after 2 hours of discussion and will reconvene tomorrow at 10 a.m. Live from the State House, I'm Stephanie Atkinson. Back to you guys at the desk.
I want to nominate our athletic director, my boss, Jeremiah Donati, to go next.
The ALS Ice Bucket Challenge that went viral back in 2014 has now made a comeback, but with a new purpose. USC Mind, a club at the University of South Carolina, restarted the Ice Bucket Challenge to raise awareness about mental health, suicide prevention, and daily mindfulness.
And so originally it just started out with like a couple $100 being donated. Now we're over $250,000.
The trend started back up in March and has since gained national attention. Big names like Peyton Manning, James Charles, and Jenna Bush Hager have taken on the trend. But you might be wondering how it got so viral. Students all across campus have been nominating their friends through their social media. I got nominated by my friend Megan Douches. This one's for you, Megan. Students at South Carolina are also surprised how this club's challenge got so viral.
It's just mind-blowing that it got so big, and really exciting that we're getting awareness, and it just shows how the social media and the internet, it just really connects us all.
Board member Meredith Blackwell believes this is only the beginning of where this challenge may go.
I think it's just crazy and awesome that they're using their platform to kind of promote what we're promoting as well, and then it gets the word out faster. I think this is just the start.
Meredith also said that with all this attention, the donations have exploded.
We've seen a huge increase in the donations, and the Active Minds organization actually had to raise our fundraising goal because we surpassed it so much.
USC Minds' goal still remains the same even with all the attention. Continue to spread the conversation about mental health. For Carolina News and Reporter, I'm Stephanie Atkinson.
All right, I'm nominating Harry Gaddy, Jackson Ella, Rufus Hardison, Whit Tiller, and Kevin Hines. You have 24 hours. Let's get this conversation started.
Starting March 3rd, street parking costs around Columbia will be increasing for the first time in over 20 years. But what you may not know is that you actually won't be penalized for not paying to park from now until March 10th. The City of Columbia is currently implementing a grace period.
It gives the public a moment to transition into all of those changes.
After speaking to Columbia residents, we've learned that many of them had no clue this grace period was happening.
I probably would have saved at least $5 to $10 today if I had known.
Your typical payment process will no longer be necessary this week. Typically, when you park your car here in Columbia, you use one of these and you put it in one of these to avoid a ticket and pay for your parking. But this week, you don't need to, and let me tell you why. Besides a post on social media, many parkers haven't been notified because there is nothing to stop them from actually making the payment.
Yeah, there won't be a message notifying you no payment required.
We asked Columbia residents who regularly pay to park how they feel about this.
It wouldn't make me feel so good. I'd like to get my money back if I could.
But some wonder, can they get their money back?
Nope, you've just paid for your parking. You've done the right thing.
Even though parking is free, parking officers will still be issuing citations to those who parked in fire lanes and reserved spots. But if you don't pay your meter, don't worry. You will only receive a warning citation and no fine.
And that warning serves the purpose to remind you of hours of enforcement and the rates are changing, and there'll be a little note on your citation.
So make sure to keep this in mind if you're going to be parking at the meter this week. For Carolina News and Reporter, I'm Stephanie Adkison.
I had a personal experience with one of my children while getting in the NICU, and we got a monster bill that I had no clue all of the costs that we were incurring. We finally got the bill. We found that there was a lot of human error involved, and it cut the bill down by over 50%.
Congressman Heath Sessions is no exception from lengthy hospital bills. Sessions' own experience is the very reason he introduced the patient-friendly bill into the South Carolina House of Representatives. The patient-friendly bill requires hospitals to provide patients with an itemized bill in plain language that anyone can understand. This bill also protects patients from being sent to collections until they receive the itemized bill. After introducing the bill back in February, Sessions has received many text messages from other House members with disbelief at their own medical bill breakdown.
And so, yes, I have found a lot more members now take pictures of their itemized bill because they ask for it right now and then send it to me, and they're like, I'm shocked.
Like countless others, Kaya Goldman received a lengthy medical bill herself for a short visit to Prisma Health.
I didn't know what they were saying on the bill. Something was $700, and then there was all these other little fees, and I had no idea what they were charging me for.
According to Good Bill, a company that helps patients save money on hospital bills, the study found that 60% of hospitals do not honor patients' requests to see their own billing information. James Jeffcoat, a national hospital inspector, believes that this bill could provide a solution.
But to those consumers who are really interested in how they're going to be billed and what services they want or don't want, it's going to give a little bit more accountability.
Jeffcoat also says that this bill could open up the market for consumers to be able to choose where they want to get their health care.
Because if they can provide a service, an MRI, for cheaper, that's going to be a hospital that's teed up for success. Yes, especially in the Midlands here, where we have multiple hospitals that are competing for business.
After passing unanimously in the House March 25th, the bill will move from the House chambers just behind me and into the Gressett building to be discussed by the Senate's Medical Affairs Committee.
Pertaining to patient billing for health services and supply.
If passed by the committee, the bill will require 2/3 Senate majority to land on Governor McMaster's desk and be signed into law. With Carolina News and Reporter, I'm Stephanie Adkison.